Hey, what's going on, y'all? Back with the Hebrew Streets, man. CK Show son. Look, bro, I wanna react to Dwight Howard getting traded to the Brooklyn Nets from the Charlotte Hornets for a second round pick. Um, Look, bro, Dwight Howard, and I said this earlier when I heard the news. It's already circulating now. You know what I'm saying? They got it all over the place. So this is like the big. This one of the first big. I wouldn't say splash because he ain't really like a splash type name at this point anymore. You know what I'm saying? Um, in the NBA. But it's the first real big move that we done seen in the NBA free agency period, or before the free agency period start in a couple weeks. Dwight Howard is the prime example of a guy that had all the physical tools, but just never took. He just never took the game seriously enough to be either the guy or one of the guys on a championship team and actually compete for a championship and win one. He never took it. He never took it to a level that he could have been. He could have been. I wouldn't say the next Shaquille O'Neal, but he could have been close. He was, if not the best big man, the second best big man in the game, behind maybe either him. It was either between him or Andrew Bynum, and you could probably put maybe Brooke Lopez third. You know what I'm saying, when he was producing in the early 2000s, you know what I'm saying, the late 2000s, early 2010s and stuff when he was with the Brooklyn Nets. I mean, or the Jersey Nets before that. Dwight Howard is probably the biggest disappointment of any player that I done seen play. Like I said, maybe with the exception of Andrew Bynum, but he was not only was his maturity issue, he also had injuries. So I can't really blame too much on him. Because when he did play, he did produce and he did win 2 championships. So I can't, including one against Dwight Howard, in which he dominated the series against Dwight Howard. You know what I'm saying? So it was kind of like that. But Dwight Howard, for a guy to be as healthy as he was for a long period of time, for him to come out of high school and be as productive as he was at the time, he never really took it serious, bruh. And the media, I always thought the media was kind of blowing it up to a degree, because you know how they do. But to a certain degree, bruh, he just never took it seriously. I don't think he ever wanted the pressure. People talk about LeBron James, you know what I'm saying, not wanting the pressure of being compared to Michael Jordan, which is understandable. But at the end of the day, LeBron James has been the man on a lot of his teams, including when he teamed up with Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. He didn't show up in 2011, but he was still the guy. He was still the man. So can't nobody ever say that he didn't, you know what I'm saying, he didn't produce. He was the man his first stint in Cleveland. He was the man when he got to Miami, at least the second, the third, the third year when they won back-to-back championships. And he was the man all the way, you know what I'm saying, when he got back to Cleveland, even with Kyrie and Kevin Love. So my thing is, Dwight Howard is probably the most disappointing player that has played a long time in the NBA and has produced at a star level, a superstar level in the NBA. This is a perennial 20 and 12 type of guy. And even last year, he was averaging like 17, I think like 11 or something like that. You know what I'm saying? The year before that with the Atlanta Hawks, he was averaging 20 and 12. So it was, from the last few years in Orlando, where they was sputtering because they didn't know whether he wanted to be traded, whether he was gonna go as a free agent to somewhere else, whether it was Brooklyn or Los Angeles or wherever. To the year he got traded to Los Angeles, he didn't get along with Kobe. Kobe tried to push him to be that level of talent that he knew he could be. And I know people say, "Oh man, Kobe hard to play with, Kobe hard to play with," but he get the best out of a lot of guys that he had problems with.